Okay, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. Starting now.
Today's day 84 of consistency, September 29th. Today I weighed in at 266.8. And today is our weekly overview. So let's start with a 360. I don't have these over here, but I can see the place for them. So we're just going to go ahead. Actually, let me put my shoes on so we can have like a fuller 360. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. I actually today got a compliment from someone who has been working out at the gym pretty regularly for the last, I want to say, month. They're doing like some boxing training, but they're like, "You're looking really good." I was feeling like I was looking really good today, but I really appreciated it because I have been putting in a lot of work. But yeah, that's my 360. So let's go ahead and begin with our weekly overview. Like I said last week, our goal was to just keep it at two. Our goal was originally 264, but then halfway in the week, I was just kind of like, let's just keep it where we were before. Um, so it's just kind of like I wasn't trying to go anywhere. Last week my weekly average was so low because I had reached like 264 at one point, 263.9. So I was able to get it to 266, but it's up this week. So let's just go ahead. We had a starting weight on Monday of 267 and an ending weight on Sunday of 267. Our weekly average for this week was actually 268 because there was 3 days we were 267. There were 3 days we were 268 because we had one day that we spiked up at 270. I think that was the day. Well, I think what day was that? I don't know, but there was a day either actually the day I was at work I didn't eat that much, but there was a day that I feel like maybe I ate more or I didn't go to the gym. We'll talk about it later, but I spiked up one day and because of that, I feel like my average was 268. I guess even if it was like if I had one that had gone down like 266, it would average to 267, but it doesn't matter. All in all, I gained 2 pounds as far as my weekly average, and I'm not upset with it. I did want to try and stay where I was at, but I realized that would have me having to get down to those 263, which would be I completed what I wanted, which was like to take it easy and to stay where I was at, and my weight pretty much stayed the same. So today we're at 266, so we're a little bit lower. So I'm thinking throughout the week we can get down to the 263s again. So yeah, what worked this week? What worked this week? I was very active. I did soccer twice, like I usually do. Not the 2 hours, but actually played a lot longer than I usually do. Like on Saturday we had a longer game, and on Thursday, I don't know. I think our game just lasted longer because it did last longer. We had you might see my cat behind me. Say hi, Puma. Say hey. Can I see? I don't think you can see. Maybe my it's froze, but yeah, that's Puma, my first baby. But yeah, we had a pause in the game, and so I had elapsed time was longer. Playing time, I also think I played a little longer. Like I was in because we only had one female sub, and we have to play two females all the time. So I just was kind of in there, and I even pushed up. I think no, actually that game I didn't push up, but yeah. What didn't work this week? I would say, the last few weeks, things were really, really good. And that's the beautiful thing about this story because even if things aren't going good, we're still being consistent. So, a lot wasn't good this week. What didn't work? I wouldn't say it's not good, but I just know what kept me from getting to the goal. Well, I didn't have a goal this week. So we won't say what didn't work, but we'll just say like what what could have been, what could have been better. Let's just say that. So I was stressed because I had my car stolen last week. Um, and yeah, I was stressed. So I and because I didn't have a car, I didn't go to the gym one day. I did get it back. So there was one day that I wasn't there, and I think there was just another day I worked so late that I just didn't make it to the gym, or that could have been the week before. Not sure. Also, I had pretty slow bowel movement. I will say this morning when I woke up, I did poop. So I was like, hey, something is working. I think it's the waking up early and just like, I also realized like the alarm, like, wake, it just stresses me out so much. Like, I wake up with my heart beating so fast, and I'm like, I don't think that is a good way to wake up. Like, I don't think I have to wake up early tomorrow, so I'm not gonna set any alarm, and I'm gonna see how long I can sleep. Hopefully, I don't oversleep. I don't imagine I will, because I have been waking up early for the last few days. But yeah, we'll see. Sorry, my battery overloaded, but yeah. Don't think I should be waking up like that with the alarm. So I'm gonna try not to. And I don't know if that's always realistic, just because you know, you need to wake up. We live in a corporate world that wants you to continue to be productive in times where your body just might be changing with the seasons, and wants to recognize that and slow down a bit. But sometimes, we give ourselves the breaks when we can. Sometimes we keep grinding. So be it. I also noticed I had a little heartburn today, even though I like didn't eat anything. We'll talk about that later. I did eat a little something, something, and did have a little something. Okay, Google, stop. We had a little bit of leftover time. Move back. Puma, stop. Hey, give my cat some time because he needs all the attention. Move, move, because he wants to be the center of attention. Come on, let's go. All right, let's finish this weekly overview. Yeah, things I could work on: lack of sleep, could have drank more water this week. I don't think I was actually too bad on the water. Actually think I was pretty good. I feel like maybe finished like 4 to 5 gallons this week, which is like a half gallon every day, maybe a little less. It was closer to four. All right. But anyway, our goal this week is 264. It's a pretty steep deep. So a weekly average of 264, which would require us to, one, get below 264 a few times, because right now we're at 266.8, which I'll round up to 267. So we'll need to be able to get down there a few times and stay down there, and or hit 264 a few times. It'd be 265, but we need to be trending downwards. I definitely know this liquid fast. Like, also, we'll talk about our methods, how I feel to do this. I feel like our liquid fast will definitely help us. Again, we're doing a 2 day liquid fast. I'm not gonna lie, today I was like really hungry. Usually, when I do these, sorry, I'm not afraid. Usually, when I do these liquid fasts, I am good, but I realize it's because I've been waking up really early and still sleeping late. But I've been waking up at like 8, you know what I mean? And still going to bed at 2. But anyway, just been waking up really early. And when I wake up earlier, obviously my body's using calories earlier than it would when it was like at 11 or 12. So I have like 4 hours where I'm like not eating. And so like I'm like, ooh, I'm actually pretty hungry. So I was like really debating, because I hate having brain fog. I was like, should I just eat today and skip my fast? But I think because I was having heartburn, I'm like, maybe my system needs a little break, because I haven't eaten and I'm feeling like heartburn. So I decided not to eat today. I had 2 shakes for the protein. Actually, I had one shake with creatine, which we're gonna do a little research and come back and talk about if we're gonna add that to our little supplements. And then yeah, I had 2 chicken wings because my roommate's like, "Do you want some?" And I'm like, you know what? That won't hurt. And it's, each wing's 100. That's why wings are crazy. Each wing's 100 calories. Each wing's a pop. So you have a 15 calorie or 15 wings. That's half of your daily allotment. And let's not even talk about the fat. Great on the protein, but bad on the fat, bad on the calories. So, but again, I I haven't eaten anything but shakes. Each shakes I have are like in total like 300 calories. So very low calorie day today. So I was not bad for eating the two wings. And I stayed up a little earlier, so I'm just like I'm gonna give myself that. Tomorrow I won't give myself a little treat. And most of the time when I'm doing this is a liquid fast. So we're gonna keep it the liquid. I was also like kind of tempted this week to like I'm like, I do have a soup, so maybe if I don't eat the chicken, you know what I mean, it'll be okay. But I'm gonna just stick to it, make sure I'm filling up on water. I think I've been feeling like my lips even right now are dehydrated, so definitely can always use more water. And this week, also, what's gonna help me is that I have my food ready. I have soup. I have keto dessert. I plan to make some more keto dessert, like some brownies or something with like the sugar-free stuff this week, just because honestly the keto ice creams are getting expensive and groceries are getting expensive. And even as somebody who, you know, excuse me, spends a lot of money on food, I want to be realistic because I'm like, there's no reason that I'm spending like $350 a week on food. And that's a lot of it will be on like drinks and stuff that are sugar free or these ice creams, which are like, they're the pleasure and they're getting me the results, but like I have other things that I could use. So we got to stop with that. But yeah, that's the end of today. We're going to cut it short. Um, and I might share a video of how I looked before in this, just like I think it was a few days. I'll share the thing, but yeah. Um, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, and stay tuned for next week's weekly overview.